Top Billin, I told y'all in a previous content item that I wanted to talk about some of the guys that Georgia has returning, just for the simple fact that a lot of people, right, mostly Alabama fans and fans of other teams, of course, hopping on the content talking about Georgia losing however many players. And now that we have clarification with all the players declaring for the draft, I think people have to do themselves a service by focusing on who these teams have coming back. I remember a few years ago with Alabama, they had lost a whole bunch of cats, and I was telling myself, like, man, why is everybody focused on who they're not going to have as opposed to who they will have, which turned out to be a whole bunch of studs right behind those guys who departed. So I feel like Georgia has a chance to be that as well. Not saying Georgia's going to win the national championship. We haven't really seen anyone win back-to-back national championships. But I will tell you this. I believe Georgia will wholeheartedly be in the mix because they have a ton of players returning that y'all cats just don't know about just because y'all are not watching in depth like that. If you see the rotation that they have with some of these guys coming back, and I'll get to that, but none more so than this cat right here, Nolan Smith. So my man Nolan Smith, y'all know I've covered him forever, way back since the True 19 days with my big bro, Coach K, and he was on his team there. I said that man was probably the next Von Miller. Has he lived up to that expectations? I would say no, but man, it's looking like he may start doing that. He's coming on very late, and he's showing himself to be a very, very good player, especially in the playoffs. So wanted to go through some of the things, what makes this guy who he is, and some of the things that he can improve on to make it to where, hey, he's up there battling with Will Anderson for the top edge player. Remember, he's one of the highest rated players in the history of high school football. So he has all the athleticism we see here. This cat, Barrett Sallee, actually had this man as the #1 player who spurned the draft. So you combine him with guys like Robert Bill and Tramel Waltower, guys like Warren Brinson, and of course Jalen Carter, to me, who was the most talented player in the front seven, even over a guy like Trayvon Walker, just because of the size. They have a ton of guys that are coming back throughout that front seven there, and they kept some guys on the back end as well, like Chris Smith, who I thought was the best player in the secondary. Ooh, man, I'm telling you now. But, man, let's check out some of your boy Nolan right here.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. We see Smith right here pressed to the nines. Now, if you understand this game, he's not some type of severe sack artist. What he is an extreme edge terror. He can get it done by any means necessary, and he is a complete terror against the run. He has great lateral quickness, and he has great football intelligence, and he knows how not to get too far outside of himself right here. You can see his lateral quickness right here, being able to maintain, contain, and then force the run back on the inside, and he still gets in on the play as well. See it right here on the sweep. Nasty. It's exactly how you play that. You stay on the outside, make sure you string that out, right? It's a double on him initially, and then he gets it good because the tackle tries to climb up to the second level, but you can see him keeping that outside shoulder free, and then he stops it, right? Almost sinks those mud hooks in and then disengages. Look at that. And he's right in on the play. Exactly how you want your edge player to be against the run. He seems to really enjoy playing against the run. You're going to have a zone read with ghost action in front of it here. You're going to get this man being the guy being optioned off of Nolan Smith. And his sacks usually come off the blue-collar variety. He is not a white-collar sack artist yet where he would get it in a normal set, all right, 3 or 5 step drop, and he's right on the quarterback. He usually gets it through hustle. And this is a great, great example of that. See it right here? Boom, look at this. Now, you talk about being in a triple threat mode. This is almost like basketball right here. You can see him with that lateral quickness. That's hard. That is absolutely hard right there. You can see him keeping his body parallel to the line of scrimmage just like it's basketball. Look, you even got him with both arms out, right? Just going straight down the line of scrimmage there and showing his lateral quickness. McCarthy here tries to hit him with a dead, and that does not work right there, and he's on it. That's that blue collar stuff, and you're not going to outrun this kid. He has some of the freakiest spark scores I could remember back in high school. He is just a phenomenal athlete. He is definitely coming into his own. And he turned McCarthy into an exotic dancer right here. You can see him take an inside approach right here and knife the gap. Now, this is the difference between him being an early round draft pick to me and being a first round draft pick. He has to learn how to finish. He's always a day late and a dollar short, and he makes some spectacular moments, but he does not turn them into spectacular plays just because he lacks finishing prowess. You see him right here? Extremely quick. Look at that. Right on. Oh, look, and Trayvon Walker ends up getting a sack on this one. But, man, you can really say that Nolan Smith made this play initially. Look at this. Knifing that gap, giving him half a man, turning that corner on him, right? Like at a Bristol Motor Speedway, turning that corner on him, and he's right there coming down right in front of McNamara. And then he's not the one to get there. Tough luck right there, man. That type of stuff right there, if he's able to get to that this season, he will be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Press to the nines. This is as close as he'll get, or I've seen him get really, to a white-collar sack. This is phenomenal. Converting speed to power. Dumps that man on his ass, fertilizes him, and then gets to McNamara. Look, I'm coming off right there, not really giving him a tail, right? Almost a show and go, like he's a receiver. Still kind of in a 50-50 exchange situation there. And then he starts to turn that corner, and then my man has to just abandon technique right here because he's out leveraged. So he's too far over his skis. Just use his momentum against him. He politely fertilized that man. Stuber politely fertilized Stuber, and then he's back to it. That is nasty. I gotta see that again. Hell of a rep. Oh, carnage. Come on. Look at this man right here, stacked off the ball in a strong side linebacker position. And look at him work sideline to sideline, right? This is definitely something to pay attention to. An NFL team could definitely use him as an off-ball linebacker. Look at that. Come on. If you don't think he's stout enough to play along the line of scrimmage in the NFL, he's definitely athletic enough to play off-ball if somebody were to work with him. But you can see right there, man, inside shoulder force and everything. Look at him sifting and searching, maintaining outside, and look at him. Hell of a tackler. Corralling that man. That's hard. And look at him right there, about to pull his hip out. Whoa, what's going on right here? Here is more of that disengaging and running flat down the line of scrimmage. You can see how far away he comes from to make this tackle here. Absolutely blue-collar phenomenon right here. Look at this. And he's getting held. But look at, he's like shot out of a cannon. And he made him fumble. And he dunked his head for Come on, man. Look at him working with Stuber again. Gets under his chest there, surveys, disengages from him. You can see clearly right here on the disengage being held a little bit there, but he gets past that, straight down the line of scrimmage. Damn, they're like Troy Polamalu, right? Just reckless abandon out there, just as an edge player. I'm telling you, man, don't sleep on Georgia and the players that they have coming back. That's just this guy right here. There are several more guys who have just been waiting their turn. That inside moves he has is very reminiscent of Jadeveon Clowney. It's so explosive. Check this out right here. Breaks through two and then gets the tackle for loss in the backfield. What? Check this out right here. Right, gets on the inside of the tackle right there, and then try to get a little help from the right guard, and you can see them both right here. And he just breaks through him like, raw, and he's all on Brian Robinson's ass. Pause. Damn. Told you, that man is just nasty against the run, man. He takes a lot of pride in that, very much like Will Anderson, too.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.